Go.
Hi, I'm Gina Dudley. I'm the general manager here at the Hilton Pensacola Beach, Florida. In general, I supervise and oversee 4 big divisions in the hotel operations: food and beverage, finances, which includes human resources, payroll, and accounting, uh, rooms division, which is your housekeeping, your property operations, and your front office operations, and of course sales and marketing and convention. And from all aspects to financial, all the way to reporting to corporate, to capitals, and to improvement planners. My typical day is, no fail, very exciting. It's always different every day. It starts out obviously with reading reports, trying to get looped into what was going on from last night, any follow-ups, VIPs, from whatever happened with food and beverage all the way to what happened with the Beach Kids program. That way I'm kept informed. And then from there I do a walkabout, which is always fun because I get to meet all kinds of people, especially guests, in the breakfast room, out in the lobby, out on the pool deck. Believe it or not, there's guests out here at 8 in the morning trying to get some sun. And then I go in the back area to say hello to the kitchen staff, the housekeeping staff, kind of hang out and see what's going on, how they're feeling. And around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I do what's called powwow. And I check in with the administrative people, see what we're doing, our daily event sheets. We also read what's called a Blue Energy Daily FYI. And we read off things like our SALT scores, which is a guest score with the Hilton, anything going on that day. And then by lunch, my day is surrounded or surrounds around guest activities. So I have meetings that I go to that happens, certain days and times during the week, but pretty much a lot of my days is, focused on guests. If there's any issues, I'm there. I'm the manager on duty, obviously. I'm always on call. My typical work week would be 7 days a week on call, obviously. And, it's about 10, sometimes 12, sometimes 18 hours a day, depending on the guest activities. You want to be there and be accessible to our guests. Stress level, I have to admit, is fairly high, especially when you are dealing with people who are on vacation. They've got high expectations, and sometimes, their stay isn't so perfect. So you have to make it right for them. And not only that, you also deal with team members, and sometimes they have a lot of needs as well.
Go.
What I would recommend in terms of educational background would to earn a degree and get a bachelor in business administration. You can, if they have a hospitality program, that would be best, because it would cover a variety of things that would happen with being a general manager or being a hotel manager. If not, you could go ahead and do your finances. You could get specialized in sales and marketing, business management. I know some of the universities have recreational management, so any one of those. And if you're not, you can also do it through psychology would be best, because you're dealing with people. So any one of those would be great. And if you go to a junior college, most of them have some kind of recreational or hospitality program. That's what I would do. In addition to educational background, it is always helpful if you have wonderful verbal skills. You have to be animated, engaging, because you're constantly talking to guests, whether they're having a good time or they're not having such a good time. Another thing that you could get is written skills. There's a lot of correspondences, especially now, a lot of emails going. You have to answer to reviews and things like that. If you know Excel, is really important, because as a general manager, you have to understand the financial aspect of your hotel. So understanding Excel would be wonderful. Any kind of financial programs would be great. Also, if you could actually be, just really animated and very creative is really important, especially if you work for a full service property where you have food and beverage, you have things going on with recreation, beach kids, pool things, and they need that creative aspect from a GM.
Go.
What I love about being a general manager is every day is different because you deal with people. When you say you're people oriented, you better be people oriented, because you not only deal with the guests, making sure that they're happy, but you're also dealing with the general public, creating, and upkeeping the image of whatever brand or hotel you work for. And of course, your team members, you have to develop and nourish them. So for me, that's the most exciting, most rewarding part of being a general manager, is just working and being with people. And of course, like anything, there's always the worst part, and it also deals with people. The hardest part and the worst part about my job is when you have to sever your tie with a team member. Although you're responsible for creating a wonderful and exciting and successful environment for them, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And that's the part that I have to this day, after how many years being in the business, is just the saddest part of my job, is having to let somebody go. My advice to you, if you really want a career in the hotel industry and as a general manager, is you have to have what's called stay power. A lot of times you could get distracted, but if you stay on course and map out what you want to do to make sure that at the end you will be a general manager, is do job shadowing, and that's in all hotels, that is available. Internship programs, you have to also read trade magazines, and they come in. If you go online, most of them are free, online or actual magazines that come, like hotel and restaurant, any kind of trade magazines. That way you're kept up with what's going on, and you can read all the different experiences that people have. And also with the hotel industry, you're not going to be paid $1 million from the get-go, okay? So, and what you have to do is you have to move up, and then at the end the rewards are there, but you have to be patient. The long hours can sometimes get you, so that's why I say you have to have stay power. You have to love what you do. You have to have the passion for hospitality, because if you don't have it, then it'll fall apart on you very quickly.